My brothers and sisters, I want you to pause for a moment and look around you. Everything you see, this room, the objects, even the very body you live in, feels so real, so fixed, so unchangeable. But what if I told you that this so-called reality you are holding on to is not as solid as it appears? What if I told you that most of what you call reality is nothing more than a carefully constructed illusion, shaped by your mind, your beliefs, and your perceptions? You see, from the day we are born, we are told stories about what life is supposed to be. We are told who we are, what we can do, and most importantly, what we cannot do. These stories are repeated to us until they become our truth. Society tells you, stay in your lane, don't dream too big, don't expect too much, be realistic. And so, slowly, we begin to shrink our dreams, limit our visions, and trap ourselves inside a cage of limitation that we didn't even build. It was handed to us. The truth is that your mind is like a projector, and reality is the screen. Whatever beliefs, fears, and ideas you hold inside, that is what gets projected outward. If deep inside, you believe you are weak, life will show you proof of your weakness. If you believe you are unworthy, you will keep finding situations and people that confirm that belief. But if you believe you are capable of greatness, if you believe you are chosen for something higher, the same projector will show you doors of opportunity, signs of possibility, and paths you never imagined. This is why so many people live their whole lives stuck in the same place. Because they don't question the illusion. They accept what they see as the full truth. But reality is far more flexible, far more mysterious, and far more open than you think. Science itself tells us that the universe is made of energy, constantly shifting, constantly vibrating. And yet we behave as if everything is solid, fixed, and immovable. Think about it, two people can live in the exact same city, under the same government, in the same economy. One person feels hopeless, stuck, broke, and powerless. The other feels free, abundant, creative, and alive. Did the city change? Did the government change? Did the economy change? No. The only difference was their perception, their belief about what reality meant for them. This is the illusion at work. It convinces you that you are powerless when in truth, you are powerful beyond measure. It tells you that you are just one person in a massive world. But the truth is, the world you experience exists inside your mind. You are not small. You are the very creator of your experience. But why don't we see this? Why don't we believe it? Because the illusion is comfortable. It feels safe to stay where we are, to blame the world, to say, this is just the way it is. That way, we don't have to take responsibility. We don't have to risk failure. We don't have to challenge the stories we've been told. But let me tell you, this comfort is the greatest trap of all. The illusion whispers, stay here. Don't move. Don't change. And in that whisper, dreams die, potential fades, and lives are wasted. If you truly want to shift your reality, the first step is to wake up from this illusion. Ask yourself, what beliefs am I carrying that are not truly mine? Who told me I wasn't good enough? Who told me success is only for others? Who told me I had to live small? These are not universal truths. They are inherited lies. And once you see them for what they are, the illusion begins to break. When you realize the power of your perception, you start to understand that nothing is set in stone. You can rewrite the story. You can change the lens through which you see life. And the moment you do, your world begins to transform. Opportunities appear where there were none. Strength arises where there was only fear. Freedom flows where there were only chains. I want you to imagine this picture: a person standing in front of a locked door. They push, they pull, they cry, they scream, believing they are trapped forever. But what they don't realize is that the key has been in their pocket all along. That's how life works. You think the doors are locked. You think reality is against you. But the truth is, The key is already with you. The illusion just made you forget. And when you understand this, you begin to look at challenges differently. Failure is no longer the end, it is a stepping stone. Obstacles are no longer roadblocks, they are tests of your inner strength. Every difficulty is an invitation to break another layer of illusion and step closer to your true power. So, my message to you in this first step is simple. Reality is not as fixed as you believe. It is not an unchangeable destiny handed down to you. It is a mirror reflecting your own mind. If you want to shift your reality, you must first shift the beliefs that shape it. Wake up from the illusion, question the limits you've been told, and realize that what you see is not the whole truth. It is just one version of the truth. And the moment you awaken, you open yourself to infinite versions of life that are waiting for you to step into them. The illusion wants to keep you asleep, but your soul wants to wake you up. Choose to wake up, because that is the beginning of your true reality shift. My dear friends, we've seen how reality bends to the blueprint of your mind. But here's the question that burns inside so many hearts. If we are the architects of our reality, then why do we still feel trapped? Why do we feel like no matter how much we believe, how much we pray, how much we hope, there are invisible walls holding us back? The truth is, most people are not held back by reality itself. They are held back by chains they have placed around their own minds. Chains of limitation. Think of a powerful elephant, the largest land animal, capable of uprooting trees and shaking the ground when it walks. Yet in many villages, that same elephant is tied with nothing more than a small rope around its leg. How is that possible? When it was young, the elephant was tied to a strong chain it could not break. It pulled, it fought, it struggled, but it was too small. Over time, it accepted defeat. It believed the chain was stronger than itself, and when it grew into its full power, it never tried again. The small rope was enough to keep it bound, not because of its strength, but because of the elephant's belief. This is exactly how so many of us live. When we were young, someone told us we weren't good enough. Someone told us we were weak. Someone told us we would never succeed. We tried, we failed, we struggled, and we gave up. And now, even though we are grown, even though we have power, wisdom, and potential far beyond what we realize, we stay tied to those old beliefs. We stay trapped by invisible chains. You must ask yourself today what chains are holding you back. Is it the chain of fear? The fear of failure, the fear of judgment, the fear of stepping into the unknown? Is it the chain of doubt? The voice that whispers, "Who do you think you are? You can't do this. You're not special." Or is it the chain of the past? Memories of mistakes, regrets, and wounds that you carry like heavy stones on your back. Whatever those chains are, know this: they are illusions. They feel real, but they are not stronger than you. They only have the power you give them. The elephant could snap the rope at any moment, but it doesn't because it no longer believes in its strength. And you too could break free right now, if only you stopped believing in your chains and started believing in your power. But here's the painful truth: most people would rather stay in their chains than step into freedom. Why? Because chains are comfortable. Chains are familiar. Chains allow us to stay in the prison we know, instead of facing the unknown world outside. Freedom is frightening. Responsibility is frightening. To say, "I am limitless, I am powerful, I am responsible for my reality," that is heavy. It is easier to say, "Life is unfair. Circumstances hold me back. Other people are to blame." That way, we can stay small and safe. But I am here to tell you safety is an illusion too. You think staying in your chains will protect you from pain, from risk, from loss. But in truth, it only guarantees regret. Regret is the heaviest chain of all. The pain of trying and failing is nothing compared to the pain of never trying at all. The wound of rejection heals, but the wound of never knowing what could have been lasts a lifetime. So how do you break free? It begins with awareness. You must first recognize the chain. Stop lying to yourself. Stop saying, "This is just how I am. This is just my life. This is my fate." No, these are stories. They are chains made of words, and words can be broken. Replace them with new stories, stories of strength, courage, and possibility. Then comes courage. The first step to freedom is always the hardest. When the elephant first pulls against the rope, it feels strange. When you first challenge your fear, it feels terrifying. But if you keep pulling, if you keep pushing, the rope begins to loosen, and suddenly you realize it was never that strong. The fear loses its grip. The doubt begins to fade. The past becomes just a memory, no longer a prison. And finally, it requires persistence. One pull will not break a lifetime of chains. You must pull again and again. You must face fear again and again. You must choose courage again and again. But each time you do, the chains grow weaker, until one day they fall away completely. And when they do, you will look back and wonder why you ever thought they were unbreakable. Remember this: the chains are not outside of you. They are inside of you. They are not made of steel. They are made of thought. They are not locked by others. They are locked by you. And if you lock them, you can unlock them. If you built them, you can destroy them. If you believe them into existence, you can unbelieve them into nothingness. So I ask you now, what would your life look like if you broke free? If there were no fear, no doubt, no limitation, what would you create? Who would you become? How would you live? That vision you just saw in your heart, that is the real you. That is the limitless you. The rest is just chains waiting to be broken. Do not wait another day. Do not waste another year. Life is too short to live tied down by illusions. Break the chains. Step into your power. Step into your freedom. Step into the life that was always meant for you. Because once you break the chains, nothing, absolutely nothing, can hold you back. My brothers and sisters, now that we have seen how reality itself is an illusion shaped by our beliefs, let us go deeper into the heart of it. If reality is flexible, then what is shaping it? What is the force that builds, breaks, and recreates the world you live in? That force is your mind. Your mind is not just a tool for thinking. It is not simply a storehouse of memories or a machine for solving problems. Your mind is the architect of your entire reality. Think about it. Every building begins in the imagination of an architect. Before there is stone, before there is steel, before there is even a single line on paper, there is a vision inside someone's mind. Without that vision, nothing would exist. The same is true for your life. Every result you see outside, your health, your relationships, your wealth, your success, is nothing more than the blueprint of your inner thoughts and beliefs. The mind designs, and life builds according to that design. But here's the problem: many of us are living with a broken blueprint. Imagine an architect who dreams of a palace, but accidentally draws a shack. No matter how much effort the builders put in, they can only build according to that plan. In the same way, you may want abundance, love, peace, and success, but if your mind is filled with doubt, fear, and self-sabotage, your reality will keep producing struggle, lack, and failure. This is why people work so hard, yet feel stuck. They change jobs, but their financial struggles remain. They change partners, but the same problems reappear. They move to a new city, but their inner emptiness follows them. Why? Because the outer world can only reflect the inner blueprint. Unless you change the architect's design, the building will always look the same. Now, let us go deeper into how the mind works. Your conscious mind is like the gardener, planting seeds every day through your thoughts and words. But the subconscious mind is the soil. It takes those seeds and turns them into reality. If you plant seeds of doubt, fear, and negativity, the subconscious doesn't argue with you. It simply grows them. If you plant seeds of belief, vision, and determination, it grows them too. The soil doesn't choose. It only grows what it is given. That is why mastering your thoughts is not just a motivational idea. It is the very foundation of shaping your destiny. Let me give you an example. If every morning you wake up and think, "I am unlucky. Nothing ever works for me. Life is unfair," your mind takes those words as instructions. It builds a reality where you keep finding proof of your bad luck, where opportunities slip through your fingers, where people let you down. On the other hand, if you wake up and say, "I am capable. I am chosen. Life is full of opportunities waiting for me," your mind takes that as the new blueprint. Slowly but surely, it starts rearranging your world to reflect that belief. People call it coincidence, but it is not coincidence. It is creation. But here's the catch. Your mind doesn't just respond to words, it responds to feelings. You can say 1,000 times, "I am successful." But if deep inside you feel like a failure, the subconscious mind will follow the feeling, not the words. That is why true transformation requires you to not just repeat affirmations, but to embody them. You must feel them as real. You must live as if they are already happening. That is when the mind begins to rewrite your reality. And understand this, your mind is always creating, whether you like it or not. Even when you are not consciously focusing, your thoughts are shaping energy, building patterns, and attracting experiences. The question is not, am I creating reality? The real question is, what reality am I creating? Every thought is a brushstroke, every belief is a blueprint, every emotion is a magnet. You cannot stop this process, but you can learn to guide it. Imagine for a moment that you are standing on the shore of a vast ocean. The waves respond to the pull of the moon. In the same way, reality responds to the pull of your mind. The stronger and clearer your focus, the more powerful the pull. When your mind is scattered, filled with confusion and doubt, your reality becomes chaotic. But when your mind is centered, focused, and filled with clarity, your reality aligns with precision. This is why discipline of the mind is essential. You cannot allow your thoughts to run wild like untamed horses, dragging you into fear, anger, and despair. You must become the rider who guides them, who chooses where they go. Meditation, reflection, prayer, gratitude. These are not just spiritual practices. They are the training grounds for your mind. They sharpen your focus, align your emotions, and strengthen your belief, so that the architect within you builds a reality worth living. My friends, the greatest tragedy is not that people dream small. The greatest tragedy is that they allow their minds to work against them. They let fear dominate their thoughts. They let doubt poison their vision. They let negativity design their blueprint. And then they wonder why life feels like a struggle. The truth is, they are simply living in a house their own mind has built. So, here is the key. If you want to shift your reality, you must take back control of your mind. Become conscious of your thoughts. Observe the stories you keep telling yourself. Are they stories of weakness or strength? Are they stories of limitation or possibility? If they are stories of weakness, rewrite them. Replace them with stories of power, with visions of what is truly possible for you. And do it not just once, but every day, until your mind accepts the new blueprint as truth. Once your mind is aligned, your world cannot resist. Opportunities will begin to appear. People will come into your life at the right time. Doors will open that you didn't even know existed. It will feel like magic, but it is not magic. It is the natural law of creation. The mind designs, and reality obeys. So remember this truth: your mind is not just a part of you. It is the architect of your destiny. Treat it with care, feed it with vision, guide it with clarity, and it will build for you a reality greater than anything you have yet imagined. Because the moment you take charge of your mind, you take charge of your life.